And in today's video, I really wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently, which is giving myself a soft life, even though I have to work full-time in a day job that is not related to my creative goals and my creative career. My goal is to eventually become, I want to tell you, like, if you're like me, you're single, you don't have kids, you don't have maybe sometimes you feel like sad about it, because I think in society there's this narrative that being single is sad, but I think for me, I'm enjoying this era, and let me bring you along what I'm doing. Globally, we are deeply out of balance. We are steered towards hustle. For a long time, we have feared the playful and feminine energy inside ourselves because we cannot understand it with our thinking mind. Intuition is something women have incredible access to, which is why we have been taught not to trust it. We wouldn't be as easily controlled if we did. Of a microdose of the experience that I want. So think about an experience that you want and give yourself a microdose of that. If you wish that you had a partner so you can go out to see a sports game or a concert, right? Take yourself on that date and give yourself that experience that you think you need to wait for someone else to have, right? Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Diana, and on my YouTube channel, I like to document my creative journey as a emerging writer and filmmaker, but I also like to talk about self-development and spirituality related topics because I'm super passionate about becoming my best self and healing and growing into the best version of myself. So I made this channel for you if you are a creative woman like me, or you are a creative person and you are also interested in self-development and evolving and growing. And yeah, this is the space for that. And in today's video, I really wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently, which is giving myself a soft life, even though I have to work full-time in a day job that is not related to my creative goals and my creative career. My goal is to eventually become a full-time writer and filmmaker and become a full-time artist. But in the meantime, I have to work a full-time day job that is not related to that creative path. And so I want to talk about how I've been finding empowerment in this. And I want to share with you my mindset and my perspective in case you are in the same scenario and you want someone who you want to feel seen by someone who's there with you, because we're in this together. We're building our dream life together. So basically, I've found empowerment recently because I think, especially as a woman, it's very empowering to give yourself princess treatment and give yourself a soft life and be financially independent and support yourself. And that's what I'm working toward, financial abundance, and working on my money mindset and all of that. And something that I've been doing recently is just finding ways to make my life more beautiful, because I realized that, so right now, I'm single, I don't have kids. So I realized that I'm in this really, and so I want to tell you, if you're like me, you're single, you don't have kids, you don't have maybe sometimes you feel sad about it, because I think in society there's this narrative that being single is sad, but I think for me, I'm enjoying this era, and let me bring you along what I'm doing. I'm trying to make my life more beautiful by treating myself, because I feel very fulfilled because, something that fulfills me is when I go to work at my full-time day job and I'm like, oh my God, I'm working so hard and I'm putting so many hours of my week into this. But I know that it's temporary, and I also know that I'm working hard for myself. I go into my masculine energy a little bit, and I go to work, put myself in my masculine energy. I serve others. I am working hard, but I realize that it's for myself, because the hard work that I put in is so that I can go into my feminine energy when I'm off of work. Right now, for example, I'm about to go to a solo date. I'm so hype. I'll show you pictures if I take pictures tonight. And on my, I also realized I ran out of Polaroid film. So I'm going to bring my Polaroid along tonight, and I'm probably going to ask a stranger to take a picture of me. I've done that in the past. When I've gone on solo dates in the past, I've asked strangers to take pictures of me, and yeah. I know that I'm gonna get a cute Polaroid tonight, so I'm excited about that. I got all dressed up, red lipstick, a red top, earrings, makeup. So I'm gonna wear an outfit that I love, and I'm really excited about that. And I'm also planning other solo dates for myself, and also like other outings with friends and things like that. I want to tell you, like, you can start making your life beautiful now with the resources you have, and don't wait for someone else to come save you and make your life what you want it to look like. You should take the initiative to make your life beautiful in the small ways that you can. Like, even me, like, I'm on a budget, all of that, but I still am pushing myself to make time for fun and for play. Fun and play is so important. I know, like, we live in a hyper masculine society that more values productivity, right? Under capitalism, like, we value productivity and constantly grinding and hustling, but definitely this is a reminder to make time to play and make time for beauty, right? For things that are not productive but bring you fulfillment in your soul. In honor of this message, I want to read a page from Woman Living Deliciously by Florence Given. I highly recommend for you to read this book. It's a collection of essays by Florence Given, who's an artist and a writer that I really love on social media. And it includes beautiful illustrations from her. I can't like hold it up with one hand, but very beautiful book. But I'm going to be reading from page 109. We need to look no further than the devastating effects that hyperproductivity is having on our planet to see just how destructive this imbalance can be to our own bodies. The entire planet has been off balance for too long. Under capitalist patriarchy, the intuitive, creative, and playful energy of human beings has been suppressed and shamed in favor of productivity, mass production, and goal-oriented success at any cost. And just look at the state of Mother Earth. Look at what we're doing to her for our own endless craving to produce more, more, more. She is stressed, burnt out. She is being mined and fracked. The oceans are polluted and species are becoming endangered. She needs a break. She needs rest. She needs time to recover and heal. When we are strictly goal-oriented and focusing on achieving an outcome, we are less likely to respect the journey of how we get there and focus more on getting there as quickly as possible. We are less likely to make informed, sustainable, intentional choices and more likely to cut corners, burn ourselves out, harm ourselves or others, and try to achieve something by any means necessary. When we discard the importance of joy, of play, and presence, we normalize the emphasis on working, of not enjoying life, of not finding joy in our roles and responsibilities. We normalize discontent. We forget that the journey is the most fulfilling part. We are our own little earth. We too need a balance in both of these polarizing energies of playing and working, of doing and being. When we are severed from our playful energy for too long, we don't just lose our connection to ourselves, but we can also lose our connection to others. Globally, we are deeply out of balance. We are steered towards hustle. For a long time, we have feared the playful and feminine energy inside ourselves because we cannot understand it with our thinking mind. It rarely follows the laws of logic or reason, but instead of intuition and flow, because that's what playfulness is. Intuition. It is not something we do. It is something we feel, something we know, a state of being. It follows instincts. It asks curious questions. It belongs to the realm of feeling that we cannot touch or see. Intuition is something women have incredible access to, which is why we have been taught not to trust it. We wouldn't be as easily controlled if we did. Woman Living Deliciously, everyone. Those are some passages that have resonated with me ever since I read this book back in February of this year. And yeah, so with that, I leave you with the message of make a solo date for yourself, whatever you can afford in your city, whether it's going to get your favorite drink at a coffee shop and sitting at the shop and enjoying the moment fully and being so present, or maybe it's going on a walk in the park and you maybe having your favorite playlist in your headphones, your favorite songs, or maybe you want to be in silence and you want to just like be present with nature, or maybe You want to go to the movies and you want to see you want to see a movie that you're excited to see, or do something unproductive but that makes you feel fulfilled. Maybe take a nap. I love napping and resting. Buy yourself flowers. Maybe buy yourself a plant, something pretty for your room. Maybe buy yourself a candle and feel so luxurious with it, you know. Dress up in an outfit that you feel really confident in. Wear lipstick, right? So just do something that is a little special and makes your day more romantic and beautiful. And remember to carve out these moments intentionally for yourself. And don't wait for something else to give you a beautiful life that you desire, whether it's a partner that's going to make your life more beautiful and enriching and exciting. You can have that energy for yourself first. Or maybe you think that having a certain lifestyle is going to give you fulfillment. Find small ways to implement that first. For example, I really want to travel to Paris one day, but something that makes me feel like I'm in Paris is when I eat a croissant and drink a cappuccino. That feels so luxurious to me. Cappuccinos and like a pastry, and you like dip it in the cappuccino. I feel like I'm in a Parisian cafe. But I don't need to go to Paris for that. I can go to a local coffee shop and pretend that I'm in Paris, right? And give myself like a microdose of the experience that I want. So think about an experience that you want and give yourself a microdose of that. Like if you wish that you had a partner so you can go out to see a sports game or a concert, right? Take yourself on that date and give yourself that experience that you think you need to wait for someone else to have, right? Or if you wish you felt loved, if you wish someone loved you a certain way, you can start loving yourself that way, you know, and realize that you don't have to wait on an external circumstance, an external outcome to start living fully. You can start living fully now, in whatever place of life you are, you know. So I hope that resonated. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you, and definitely check out my other social medias. I'll link my Instagram, my TikTok, and my monthly newsletter down below. And yeah, I'll also link my Etsy shop down below. I have a mini ebook and a tote bag that's out right now, so definitely check it out. I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. I wanted to show you some of my footage from my recent solo date. I took myself to see the Vincent van Gogh exhibit at the New York Botanical Garden. I highly recommend this spot for the summertime. It's a beautiful oasis away from the city noise. I was in a quiet reverence the whole time, walking around as I was reading the quotes and the exhibit posters, you know, like the quotes from Vincent van Gogh and the exhibit posters detailing his life. I was in a quiet awe because this artist lived such a difficult life, and it was very sad, and he ended his life very young. And I just thought about how he didn't know that many years later, like all this time later, here we are celebrating his impact through an art exhibit, you know. And it just made me feel a quiet awe, quiet reverence, and appreciation for this artist. And I think it goes to show that we don't always know the impact that we have on other people, you know, whether it's your creativity, your personality, your humor, like the unique ways you light up the world, you know. You may not always see it, and it may not always be appreciated, but just know that there's a place for your creativity, there's a place for your perspective, there's a place for the things that make you feel weird. Like there's other people who are looking for someone like you know. So just continue expressing yourself and being true to who you are, you know.